Understanding the Dellis-Kaplan Executive Function System, or D-Kefs. D-Kefs is a tool for assessing executive functioning in adults with cognitive impairments. Introduction to the executive functioning. Executive functioning encompasses the cognitive process that enables individuals to manage themselves and their resources effectively. It plays a crucial role in regulating behavior, controlling impulses, making decisions, and achieving goals, ultimately guiding everyday actions and interactions. I personally chose to look at the D-Kefs because I work in substance use disorder, and I would like to present this as a potential assessment to my clinic and my director as a way of furthering our clients' treatment. The importance of executive functioning in real-world behavior. Intelligence tests versus executive function. Intelligence tests primarily assess cognitive abilities such as memory and reasoning. However, they do not evaluate how individuals apply these cognitive skills to manage their behavior, make decisions, or achieve goals in real-world situations. This gap highlights the importance of understanding executive functioning, which encompasses the regulatory processes that guide daily actions and choice. The impact of substance use and trauma. Research indicates that individuals suffering from substance use disorders, trauma frequently exhibit significant impairments in executive functioning. These impairments can manifest in difficulties in impulse control, emotional regulation, and planning, which are crucial for effective daily functioning. This suggests that treatment and intervention should focus on enhancing these executive control processes rather than solely improving cognitive intelligence. Quite often in the clinical setting, we will discuss the problems without finding a way to add scaffolding to the client's lives so that they can work on their their executive functioning or executive control. An overview of the D-Kef. The Dellis-Kaplan Executive Function System is a comprehensive, norm-referenced neuropsychological battery introduced in 2001. It is designed to assess executive functioning across a wide age range from children to adults. I believe the age range is 8 to 89, emphasizing the importance of these cognitive processes in daily living and decision-making. Core executive functions assessed by the D-Kefs. Cognitive flexibility allows individuals to adapt their thinking and behavior in response to changing environments and demands. It is essential for multitasking and adjusting strategies when faced with new information. Inhibitory control involves the ability to suppress impulsive responses and maintain focus on relevant tasks. It is crucial for managing distractions and regulating emotions in various situations. Planning encompasses the ability to set goals, create strategies, and foresee potential obstacles. Effective planning is vital to achieving personal and professional objectives. Problem solving refers to the cognitive processes involved in finding solutions to complex and unexpected issues. It requires critical thinking and the application of knowledge to overcome challenges. Verbal and nonverbal fluencies are essential for effective communication and expression of ideas. Verbal fluency involves the ability to generate words rapidly, while nonverbal fluency entails using gestures and visual aids to convey information. There are 9 different sections of the D-Kefs. Each section can be taken separately, or you can take all 9 at the same time as a battery. Each section will show scores for different attributes of cognitive functioning. Sorry, I suppose I didn't think to read through. The 9 standalone subtests are trial making tasks, verbal fluency task, design fluency task, color word interference test, sorting task, 20 questions task, tower task, and proverbs task. The administration and scoring of the D-Kefs. The D-Kefs can be administered either entirely or as a full battery or as section subtests tailored to the individual's needs, depending on what they've been asked to do. Each assessment takes about 30 to 90 minutes, and scores are compared to a nationally representative normative sample, allowing accurate interpretation of the results based on established benchmarks and age. Process-oriented scoring in D-Kefs. The D-Kefs emphasizes comprehensive view of effective executive functioning by analyzing not only accuracy of responses, but also the methods and strategies employed during the problem-solving tasks. This process-oriented approach allows clinicians to identify specific areas of difficulty and tailor interventions accordingly, enhancing the understanding of the individual's cognitive processes and behavioral regulation. The clinical insights for the D-Kefs subtests: color word interference test. The color word interference test effectively isolates the disconnection between process speed issues and deficits in inhibitory control, providing valuable insights into the individual's executive functioning capabilities. The trail making task. Trail making, particularly the switching aspects, reveal cognitive flexibility and ability to transition between tasks, highlighting the complexity of executive functioning beyond mere sequencing tasks. In younger populations, we have a tendency to do assessments based on the number of tasks a individual can perform without reminders. So that's an example of that. Validity and clinical sensitivity of the D-Kefs. The D-Kefs is finely attuned to measure executive functioning that are critical for daily functioning and are closely linked to the frontal lobe. This sensitivity makes it a valuable tool in clinical settings where executive dysfunction is suspected. ADHD, sometimes autism, ASD, in the case of, in my case, where I'm really looking into this test or this assessment for the purpose of presenting it to my board to see if we can't buy it as a way of bettering people's treatment plans. It's for substance use disorder. Predictable deficits in clinical populations. Individuals with conditions like traumatic brain injuries, ADHD, substance use disorder often show predictable patterns of deficits on D-Kefs. These patterns can guide clinicians in understanding specific areas of executive dysfunctioning. Executive dysfunctioning in substance use disorder and trauma specifically. Executive dysfunction can manifest as a significant impulsivity, where individuals act without considering potential consequences, leading to risky behaviors and poor decision making. We see this quite often in SUD. Emotional reactivity refers to the difficulty regulating emotional responses, often resulting from heightened sensitivity to stress and frustration, which can further exacerbate relational conflicts and decision making challenges. Poor planning is characterized by difficulties in organizing tasks, setting realistic goals, which can hinder an individual's ability to function effectively in daily life, affecting work, relationships, and personal growth. Cognitive rigidity involves the decreased ability to adapt to changing situations or perspectives, often resulting in stubbornness and difficulty in problem solving, which can obstruct recovery and personal progress. Relapse despite being aware of consequences of their actions, individuals may relapse into substance use, reflecting impaired judgment and self-control that complicates the recovery process. Some of the strengths and limitations of the D-Kefs. The D-Kefs is a robust assessment tool that is grounded in theological framework. Theoretical, not theological, I apologize. Framework, ensuring that the constructs is measured and relevant, scientifically validated, It is norm referenced, allowing practitioners to compare the individual's performance to a representative sample, thus providing context and clarity in interpretation. Additionally, it assesses a wide range of executive functions, offering a comprehensive view of an individual's cognitive capabilities related to the behavioral regulation and decision making. Despite all these strengths, the D-Kefs does have limitations that should be acknowledged. Results must be interpreted within a broader context of comprehensive assessment. As executive functioning is multifaceted and influenced by various factors, performance can be affected by individual differences such as motivation, mood, fatigue, withdrawal, effects of medication, as well as environmental or socioeconomic influences. These all can skew results and interpretations. The clinical implications of the D-Kef results. Understanding executive dysfunction through the D-Kefs helps clinicians recognize that these impairments are not merely behavior issues, but reflect the underlying cognitive processes. This awareness enables tailored interventions that address the specific executive dysfunction deficits, improving treatment efficiency and promoting behavioral change in clients. The D-Kefs is an essential tool for evaluating executive functioning across diverse populations. Its structured assessment approach and process-oriented scoring enable clinicians to tailor interventions, address specific deficits, and support clients in achieving their behavior goals. This is my reference page. Thank you for listening to my presentation on D-Kefs.